At WebD School, many of our students consider Zoho not just a company but a dream destination. Interestingly, I hear the same sentiment echoed by working professionals too. Across conversations, a familiar thought surfaces. If I get a chance, I would love to work at Zoho. This admiration isn't built on glitzy advertisements or noisy PR. It's built on something far deeper, trust earned through quiet, consistent action. Zoho's appeal lies in how it combines simplicity, authenticity, and sustainable growth. They proved that a company can scale without selling its soul, win without hype, and grow without chasing vanity metrics. Their journey remained bootstrapped even as the world glorified venture capital. They focused on creating real products while others focused on aggressive marketing. They invested in people, both customers and employees, when many invested only in valuations. Without any major funding headlines or media noise, Zoho built something rare, a loyal customer base, a passionate internal team, and a lasting legacy. Which brings us to a big question: can an edtech company grow steadily and sustainably without aggressive selling or artificial urgency? Can it serve students first, build products thoughtfully, and still become a giant over time? I believe it's not only possible but essential. And if someone is willing to walk this path, what principles must they embrace? What shifts must they make in their thinking, their operations, and their leadership? This is the journey we will explore today. Because the future of edtech, and maybe even health tech too, depends on someone stepping forward to build the Zoho way, quietly, patiently, and with unwavering integrity. Recently, while hiring a senior leader for WebD School, I interviewed several candidates who had worked at VC-backed EdTech startups. What I heard was disturbing. Many shared how they were expected to work 7 days a week, often late into the nights. They spoke of being given mandatory targets, 200 cold calls a day, 6 qualified prospects a day, no exceptions. Mistakes weren't tolerated. Small slip-ups could cost them their jobs in a hire and fire culture. Even more concerning, they described being pressured to convince students into enrolling, often without checking if the program truly fit the students' needs. Some shared how emotional tactics, guilt, fear of missing out, or easy loan promises were used to close deals. Work-life balance was a forgotten idea. Breathing space didn't exist. Pressure was relentless. It didn't sound like education anymore. It sounded like survival inside a machine. The more I listened to these stories, the more a powerful question kept returning. Is this truly the right approach for edtech? Education is supposed to transform lives, not simply close sales. When edtech companies focus entirely on sales numbers, revenue graphs, and rapid user acquisition, they lose something sacred. They lose the human behind the sale. Too often today, the industry's priorities are upside down. User growth matters more than real student success. Course closures matter more than career outcomes. Short-term metrics matter more than long-term impact. A similar trend is creeping into health tech as well, where services meant to heal lives are sometimes pressured by revenue targets. If industries like education and healthcare lose their service-first ethos, the cost will be too high to ignore. In a world obsessed with speed, noise, and funding rounds, Zoho quietly carved a different path. Their journey offers deep lessons for edtech if you're willing to listen. First, Zoho was built through bootstrapping, not funding hype. They grew patiently, using customer revenue to fund further growth, proving that a company's true investors are its customers. Second, their products focused on serving real needs, not chasing trends. They built thoughtfully, offering simple, affordable, powerful solutions that solved real problems without flashy distractions. Third, they practiced true customer centricity. Prospects were not pushed aggressively. Zoho encouraged people to take their time, offering trial extensions when needed, trusting that real value would sell itself. Fourth, simplicity became their strength. Whether it was product design, pricing, or customer support, Zoho radiated clarity. In a world full of complicated offers and confusing bundles, their simplicity built profound trust. And finally, they played the long game. No sudden pivots to chase fads, no compromises to please quarterly numbers. They built deep roots, and that's why they continue to thrive while many flashier startups have come and gone. Of course, building a Zoho-like EdTech company is not easy. The first challenge is the market's obsession with speed. Quick funding rounds and rapid growth stories are celebrated, even when they are built on shaky foundations. Building slowly and patiently feels countercultural. Second, the cost of acquiring students today is high. The temptation to oversell, overpromise, and close fast is very real when ad spends rise and competitors push harder. Third, the temptation of quick revenue. It's tempting to push a student to enroll today, even if the program isn't the perfect fit. It's tempting to offer easy loans, flashy certificates, and glamorous career promises just to hit monthly targets. Fourth, internal pressures make it even harder. Not every team member easily buys into patience. When targets are missed for a month or two, there is a strong urge to abandon principles and chase quick fixes. And finally, standing alone is tough. When the industry around you is sprinting toward one direction, choosing to walk patiently in another direction can feel lonely. The challenges in building a Zoho-like EdTech company are real, but they are not insurmountable. It simply requires a different kind of blueprint. One based on service, simplicity, and deep trust building rather than shortcuts. Here's how we can overcome the odds and build something truly meaningful. 1. Redefine success itself. Instead of measuring success by revenue graphs alone, we must ask deeper questions. How many students genuinely benefited from our programs? How many careers were transformed, not just initiated? How many students trust us enough to recommend us to others? When the definition of success shifts, the way we operate shifts too. 2. Serve first, sell second. Imagine a system where every enrollment happens because the student feels cared for, not cornered into signing up. No pressure tactics, no guilt selling, no exaggerated promises. Instead, advisory conversations that guide the student honestly, even if it means telling them, maybe this program isn't the right fit for you right now. It may slow down the enrollment pipeline at first, but the trust built will create a stronger, more loyal foundation for the future. 3. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Zoho proved that simplicity is a superpower. Keep course structures simple and transparent. Keep pricing straightforward, no hidden costs, no confusing bundles. Keep communication honest and jargon free. The more you simplify, the more students trust you. And trust, once built, becomes your biggest growth engine. 4. Invest in long-term relationships. Most EdTech companies treat enrollment as the end goal. It should be just the beginning. Support students after enrollment. Track their progress sincerely. Celebrate their small wins. Stay in touch even after they complete the course. Build a lifelong relationship, not a 3-month transaction. Just like Zoho users often stay for a decade or more, your students can become ambassadors if you truly walk with them beyond the sale. 5. Build a culture that believes. Your internal team must believe in this path too. Hire people who are passionate about education, not just sales. Train them to prioritize service over speed. Celebrate acts of care, not just closures. When your team breathes your values, students will feel it without you even having to say it. 6. Play the long game. Yes, you might grow slower in the first 12 months. Yes, there might be months when targets aren't hit. But if you stay steady, in 3 to 5 years, you would have built something others can only dream of. Deep trust with students and parents. Loyal alumni who bring more students through word of mouth. A brand that stands for something bigger than just certificates. Patience isn't a weakness, it's your greatest strategic asset. A gentle reminder here, Zoho wasn't built in a quarter, neither will a Zoho of EdTech be. But it can be built if we dare to choose meaning over momentum, service over scale, and values over vanity. At WebD School, we are trying. We are genuinely trying to build an education company the Zoho way. Patiently, carefully, and meaningfully. We are tiny when compared to the giants of the industry. We don't have unlimited funding. We don't have 10 marketing teams shouting our name everywhere. What we do have is a clear intent to grow without compromising on what matters. But let's be honest, we are struggling too. There are still many boxes we are trying to check. Some of our processes are not as strong as we want them to be. Some systems take longer to perfect than we expected. Some parts of our student experience still need to be improved. Some days we feel the pressure to do what others are doing just to grow faster. We are not perfect, we are still building, and often it feels like a slow uphill journey. But what keeps us moving forward is clarity. We know the path we want to walk. We know the kind of organization we want to become. The path we are choosing to put students first, even if it means slower closures, to create real outcomes, even if it takes more effort, to serve with sincerity, even when shortcuts tempt us, to build with patience, even when faster growth seems attractive. We are focusing on checking the right boxes. Even if it takes 2 years, 3 years or more, we believe the foundation we are laying now will define who we become tomorrow. Why we are willing to struggle? Because building a company is not just about growth, it's about who you become while growing. And if struggling today means we grow with the right values tomorrow, then that struggle is not just worth it, it is essential. At WebD School, we don't just want to be another EdTech brand, we want to be the Zoho of EdTech. Quiet, solid, trusted. We have a long way to go, but step by step, decision by decision, we are walking toward that dream. This journey we are on, that's trying to build something meaningful in EdTech, isn't just about WebD School. It's bigger than us. The entire EdTech industry needs a shift. It needs companies who are willing to slow down, listen more, care deeper. It needs leaders who are willing to say, let's serve first, let's grow right, let's not lose our humanity in the rush. Imagine a different kind of competition. Today, EdTech companies fight for numbers, number of closures, number of enrollments, number of markets captured. But what if we fought for something else? Who empowers students the most? Who creates the best real-world outcomes? Who earns lifelong trust, not just quick enrollments? Imagine if the ultimate title in EdTech wasn't market leader, but most trusted education company, most loved by students, most respected for care and commitment. That would be a competition worth fighting for. If EdTech can move in this direction, perhaps health tech and other industries will follow too. Because industries that serve human lives, like education and healthcare, must protect their soul at all costs. If someone can build it in EdTech, maybe it will inspire health tech too. Maybe it will spark a small revolution in how service industries are built with heart, not just hustle. We know the journey won't be easy. We know not everyone will understand immediately. But even if one EdTech company shows that it is possible to grow with patience, service and sincerity, it will change the future. Maybe it will be us, maybe it will be someone else, maybe it will be many of us together. But I repeat, even if one EdTech company can prove that this path is real, it will change the future of education for the better. And that will be a future worth building, a future worth fighting for. Thank you.